Hello, my name is Obaid Alorni.
Wild turkey. The wild turkey, Meleagris galliprovo, is native to North America and is the heaviest member of the galliforms. It is the same species as the domestic turkey, which derives from the South Mexican subspecies of wild turkey, not to be confused with the Meleagris ocelota native to the forests of the Yucatan Peninsula.
Description:
Adult wild turkeys have long reddish-yellow to grayish-green legs and are black body. Males, called toms or gobblers, have a large, featherless, reddish head, red throat, and red wattles on the throat and neck. The head has fleshy growths called caruncles. When males are excited, a fleshy flap on the bill expands, and this, the wattles and the bare skin of the head and neck all becoming gorged with blood, almost concealing the eyes and bill. The long fleshy object over a male's beak is called a snout. When a male turkey is excited, its head turns blue. When ready to fight, it turns red. Each foot has 3 toes, and males have a spur behind each of their lower legs. Male turkeys have a long, dark, fan-shaped tail and glossy bronze wings. As with many other species of the galliforms, turkeys exhibit strong sexual dimorphism. The male is substantially larger than the female, and his feathers have areas of red, purple, green, copper, bronze, and gold iridescence. Females, called hens, have feathers that are duller overall, in shades of brown and gray. Parasites can dull coloration of both sexes. In males, coloration may serve as a signal of health. The primary wing feathers have white bars. Turkeys have 5,000 to 6,000 feathers. Tail feathers are of the same length in adults, different lengths in juveniles. Males typically have a beard, a tuft of coarse hair, modified feathers, growing from the center of the breast. Beards average 230 millimeters, 9.1 in length. In some populations, 10 to 20% of females have a beard, usually shorter and thinner than that of the male. The adult male normally weighs from 5 to 11 kilograms, 11 to 24 pounds, and measures 100 to 125 centimeters, 39 to 49 in length. The adult female is typically much smaller at 2.5 to 5.4 kilograms, 5.5 to 12 pounds, and is 76 to 95 centimeters, 30 to 37 in long. The wings are relatively small, as is typical of the galliform order, and the wingspan ranges from 1.25 to 1.44 meters, 4 feet 1 into 4 feet 9 in. The record-sized adult male wild turkey, according to the National Wild Turkey Federation, weighed 17.2 kilograms, 38 pounds.
Flight and cause.
Despite their weight, wild turkeys, unlike their domestic counterparts, are agile flyers. Their ideal habitat is an open woodland or savanna, where they may fly beneath the canopy top and find perches. They usually fly close to the ground for no more than a quarter mile, 400 meters. Turkeys have many vocalizations: gobbles, clucks, puts, purrs, yelps, cuts, whines, cackles, and kikis. In early spring, male turkeys, also called gobblers or toms, gobble to announce their presence to females and competing males. The gobble can carry for up to a mile. Males also emit a low-pitched drumming sound, produced by the movement of air in the air sac in the chest, similar to the booming of a prairie chicken. In addition, they produce a sound known as the spit, which is a sharp expulsion of air from this air sac. Hens yelp to let gobblers know their location. Gobblers often yelp in the manner of females, and hens can gobble, though they rarely do so. Immature males, called jakes, often yelp.
Foraging.
Wild turkeys are omnivorous, foraging on the ground or climbing shrubs and small trees to feed. They prefer eating hard masts such as acorns, nuts, and various trees, including hazel, chestnut, hickory, and pinyon pine, as well as various seeds, berries such as juniper and bearberry, roots and insects. Turkeys also occasionally consume amphibians and small reptiles such as lizards and snakes. Poults have been observed eating insects, berries, and seeds. Wild turkeys often feed in cow pastures, sometimes visit backyard bird feeders, and favor croplands after harvest to scavenge seed on the ground. Turkeys are also known to eat a wide variety of grasses. Turkey populations can reach large numbers in small areas because of their ability to forage for different types of food. Early morning and late afternoon are the desired times for eating.
Social structure and mating habits.
Males are polygamous, mating with as many hens as they can. Male wild turkeys display for females by puffing out their feathers, spreading out their tails and dragging their wings. This behavior is most commonly referred to as strutting. Their heads and necks are colored brilliantly with red, blue and white. The color can change with the turkey's mood, with a solid white head and neck being the most excited. They use gobbling, drumming, booming and spitting as signs of social dominance, and to attract females. Courtship begins during the months of March and April, which is when turkeys are still flocked together in winter areas. Males may be seen courting in groups, often with the dominant male gobbling, spreading their tail feathers, strutting, drumming, booming and spitting. In a study, the average dominant male that courted as part of a pair of males fathered 6 more eggs than males that courted alone. Genetic analysis of pairs of males courting together shows that they are close relatives, with half of their genetic material being identical. The theory behind the team courtship is that the less dominant male would have a greater chance of passing along shared genetic material than if it were courting alone. When mating is finished, females search for nest sites. Nests are shallow dirt depressions engulfed with woody vegetation. Hens lay a clutch of 10 to 14 eggs, usually 1 per day. The eggs are incubated for at least 28 days. The poults are precocial and nidifugus, leaving the nest in about 12 to 24 hours. Predators of eggs and nestlings include raccoons, Virginia opossums, striped skunks, gray foxes, raptors, groundhogs, other rodents, spotted skunks and snakes including rat snakes, gopher snakes and pine snakes. Predators of both adults and young include coyotes, bobcats, cougars, eagles and, with the exception of adult males, great horned owls, domestic dogs, and red foxes. Humans are now the leading predator of adult turkeys. The range and numbers of the wild turkey had decreased at the beginning of the 20th century due to hunting and loss of habitat. Game managers estimate that the entire population of wild turkeys in the United States was as low as 30,000 in the early 20th century. By the 1940s, it was almost totally extirpated from Canada and barely hanging on in remote pockets of the United States. Game officials made efforts to protect and encourage the breeding of the surviving wild population as wild turkey numbers rebounded. Hunting was legalized in 49 U.S. states, excluding Alaska, in 1973. The total U.S. In recent years, trap and transfer projects have reintroduced wild turkeys to several provinces of Canada as well, sometimes from across the border in the United States.